Hello, everybody. We're back here playing another round of Space Engineers. Already episode 7. We found our cobalt finally, which has been, I think, the last 3 episodes in the making. Took us a long time to get here. But now we are finally ready to expand our base. If you have not seen the previous episodes, I would recommend you watch those before this one. The quality is probably a little bit less. I'm probably going to get slightly better at this every stream, but I would still recommend you watch those first to kind of understand where we've come, how far we've come to get here. So yeah, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and start the really long loading process. So yeah, I'm just going to say a bunch of spoilers for the series, which is why I would recommend that you watch those other videos first. Because especially when this loads up, I mean. That would be a kind of a cool idea. Those little buggies. Extra wheels. Conveyor ports. No, I think those are ejectors on the sides there. I think those throw items. Which is interesting. They're almost like little racing vehicles. They have, no, my cursor's not on the screen right now, apparently. They have little jet engines, I think, in the front. They might be pointing to the back, though. Yeah, I think those are definitely vehicles made for speed. Not necessarily carrying a whole ton. I think the block on the top of all 3 of them is like a it's like a connector block. Not really like one of the temporary connections, but it's like if you want to take 2 different, what are they called? 2 different grids of blocks and like make them one grid. Make them one singular vehicle or base. That's what you'd use. Those connector pieces on the top. And who knows if they drive underneath of something specific, maybe like 4 of those vehicles could act as like the 4, I guess, pillars of a much larger vehicle. That'd be a very interesting idea. But we're back. We're loaded in. And there's the sun. There's that base that killed us that one time. Yeah, cobalt's over in that direction. The stone. The cobalt wasn't actually that far from the stone, which was interesting. It's been right under our nose this whole time. Magnesium was good to find because we're going to be able to make some ammunition with that later on. But we have to finish our more complicated refinery processes. And that cobalt, I guess, is just going to take centuries to process. But we have our grids, which is really important. So I'm going to grab those because I know we needed those. There we go. And we wanted to build this assembler, and it just needed the grids. Nice. That's a thing. So the assemblers were connected to each other, this bottom block. I'm gonna guess. Otherwise, Yikes. And then we did leave upgrade ports open just in case. The small little ports are not actually for transporting items. We can put like an upgrade module. We can like stick it on this thing and it'll improve how it functions, which is nice. We had enough metal grids for this. And that sound is another one of those drop pods, which actually looks like it's going to be really close, which is going to be pretty cool. We don't actually have to go anywhere for it. So we'll just, whoa, okay, it's falling pretty quickly. It's going to take a little while to fall. So we need 120 steel plates. Let's work on that first. Just go one item at a time, especially if we need a ton of them, you know. But I forgot to check if there's multiple. Let's just grab all the steel plates we might need. You know, since we have them, why not? Yeah, there was another grouping of 20 of them at the top of the list. So 120 at the bottom and 20 at the top. Over on that little build list on the bottom right of the screen. We need 10 displays, 20 motors, a lot of computers. I'm going to take stock of our computers because we might need to get those building ASAP. Yeah, we only have 26 and we needed 120. So building 100 wouldn't, 160, wow. Queue up like 140 of them. Because why not? Is this the wrong... I think this is the wrong one, honestly. Hold on. Because there's two different assemblers, right? Basic assembler. Interesting. So how do we switch to the other assembler? Because we're looking at the wrong one right now, I'm pretty sure. I'm just going to enable cooperative mode. That way, no matter which one we tell to build stuff, it'll just decide to build it, you know? Not 200. Please, not 200. 140, right? And then they'll just talk to each other, probably. We don't want repeat mode. Okay, yeah, we're definitely looking at the wrong one. So how do we switch? Huh. No wonder. See, that assembly is complete. This one's incomplete, of course. Do we want this basic assembler? Cooperative mode? Use conveyor system. It has cooperative mode. So if we turn the cooperative mode on this one, maybe it'll do a thing. Ooh, it's got really fancy stuff though. Reactor components, solar cells. I think we were missing some of this stuff before. Explosives is definitely fancy. Work together. Please. Do a thing. One of the other things that I'm probably gonna have to do is I'll build the big refinery over here, right? And oh, wait, unknown signal. Okay, the unknown signal just dropped. It's close. We'll grab that really quick. And then I think I want to work on one of the really large refineries, because that will help us out a ton. If we can just connect things directly to our more advanced assembler and delete our old one, that would be fantastic. Bird suit. Nice. More cosmetics definitely doesn't hurt. I'll probably use some of the cosmetics later. I know I've just stuck to basically just the basics. But I do not mind having new components. Do not mind that at all. And what was in our little storage container here? Ooh, a better grinder too. That's gonna help. Gonna increase our grind speed. Let's see, is that our base? That's our base. Of course, it's the giant rotating tower. We didn't actually go that far. But it's nice to see this thing built finally. Is it 9? No. It's not this one either. Where is our refinery? Okay, we're gonna pull it from the build menu then. Refinery. There it is. It's a big thing. Yeah, if we do it like that, yeah. I'm liking that. But the thing is, this thing's probably going to need a ton of stuff. Oh, it needs over 1,000 steel plates.
Energy low.
1,200 steel plates. Wow. It's gonna be real fancy. Look what I might do. So I'll just steal everything that's working on over here. And I'll plop it over here. Straight into this assembler. That way, it can actually produce things. Silicone and iron. That's what we desperately need in here. Wait, this is the assembler. Take the silicone. Oh yeah, it goes up top. I'm down. And I can make stuff now. So our basic assembler is just not listening to us anymore. And I think there might be a way to fix that. But this might just be our life for now. I'm really not sure. But in any case, I'm just gonna go ahead and drag the materials over. That way we have something going right now. Cobalt, gravel, it's got plenty of space, which is nice. Oh, it's basically done. This thing is quick. Tank. We're gonna just prioritize the refinery, because having everything on one nice system would be fantastic. And let's go ahead and queue up 1,000 plates. which actually we're not too far off of having. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right. So that's just gonna make that at lightning speed apparently. And we need to go get more iron while that does its thing. Let's see. Let's manage my inventory first before I go out on a trip. Because that sounds like a good idea. We'll leave the scraps here. We'll leave all of the other important components here. Because I won't need them on an expedition. It'll just get in my way of holding items. Actually, this other grinder is actually just going to get in our way too. Because if we just character tools, now we have a better grinder. I can have those on mining, but we're back here. Let's not crash this. And let's go back for the iron. If we can find pure iron, that would be fantastic. Like we did that one time. But I would not mind. Oh wow, yeah, our settings really make us slow. Unknown signal. It's actually really close. No, it's not. It's 5 kilometers. Okay, might not be worth it because those things spawn pretty frequently. I might just start going after only the really close ones. Or if it just happens to be in our way, we'll definitely grab it. But having to fly out there for... Honestly, the steel plates would be nice right now. Probably would have a lot of steel plates. I think this drive is also going to be slower than flying. But not by much, you know? See, I'm trying to debate. The cobalt's over here, right? The iron should be close. But also, should we grab... Ooh, there's iron. There's iron in the ground. That's amazing. That's why we have the ore detector. Let's just get pure iron then. Hold on. Let me note its location a little bit more precisely. Okay. Yeah. Just, seems to be a little bit in front of us and a little bit to the side of us, so probably dig a hole right there. Just go straight down to it right here. Honestly, this stage of the game, we probably need some more stone. That's ice. But honestly, our little vessel here might need a little bit more power. You never know. A little bit of extra ice won't hurt anybody. But now we're just gonna do the right click drilling that doesn't give us any wood, but it's a lot faster. So we get stone. Then we're gonna grab some stone. Stone's that's ice. Could I have some stone? Or is this just straight up iron now?
Inventory full.
I'm just seeing a lot of ice. I might have just had an inventory full of ice. Which wouldn't be... Okay, we're gonna back this thing up a sec. just to be overly cautious. We never want to have the same issues we did earlier. That was not a fun time. Yep, it has a full inventory of ice. And now there's just way too much ice in there. Oh my gosh. Things got way too much ice on board. We can steal some for our hydrogen bottle, though. Just to clear some space. Thank you. Yeah, because we got the 2 cargo containers. We don't want it too full of just ice. We want to bring some stone or some iron back. That is why we're here. There we go. So we just have a ton of ice. Okay, well we're just gonna... That's the ice node. That's the iron. We're just gonna go straight toward the iron. Just ignoring whatever this is, because it's probably still ice. B for beams? L for light? L for light. That's how this works. Now that looks a lot more like stone to me. Yeah, that looks like ice. This looks like stone. So I'm gonna get some stone here. Having stone sounds good to me. Because we do get a lot of iron from stone. Probably not as much iron as we get from pure iron, but it's a nice little alternative. And it'll give us some of the other stuff that we're gonna need later on, like silicone. Some of the stuff we probably do need, actually, in the present. Wow, we fill up our inventory really fast. I need to change that setting at some point, but I also feel like that might be cheating, since I've already started this way. Do have a fair amount of stone here. And eventually this nice little stone shaft will turn into an iron mine, which will be nice. Very nice. We did answer the question of is there ice under the, or is there stone under the ice? There in fact is. Probably always. Once you go down far enough, there's probably always stone under the ice. Wow, we cannot mine for very long without just filling the inventory. No, I'm stuck. There we go. For some reason I always mix up the X key and the C key when I'm not looking at them. So instead of crouching, I just start flying. And that's full. Okay, we do have 10,000 stone, which is not bad. And we will definitely be able to come here for some more stuff later on. So GPS, a new one from here. This is our iron place, where we can just go along with the naming convention change this one to AU. That's a little strange. I guess it's just a particle effect from driving over the snow that I just wasn't seeing before. Maybe it's because our vehicle is a little heavier now. That might explain it. Hey, our respawn pod's not even a kilometer away. It's a nice little vehicle. I enjoy how functional it is. It doesn't look the best. We'll probably get into looks a lot more when we build the bigger rig. But it's a nice little inventory expansion right now. I probably should be paying attention to what this thing's detecting underneath me, which I am doing right now. But I definitely haven't been paying attention this whole trip. I think we found most of the resources we really need. Especially since we found a gold deposit really early on. But I think, if my memory serves me right, it was like off of a cliff. So it might be a little challenging to mine for this rover. But we don't really have a necessity for gold yet. Unless our refinery needs something that's really fancy like that. I don't know. Perfect. Alright, see. Like always, this thing can keep all the ice. It kind of needs it. And then we'll just unload all the stone. That thing should be good on ice for a long time, though. I wonder how far this thing's gotten through its cobalt. Not very far. We're gonna make stone the priority here. We're gonna be getting some more iron, which is nice. Honestly, not a ton though. Even though iron is the thing we get the most of out of stone, we don't get a ton of it. Maybe we should have just gone for the pure iron. Well, that's the last of the stone, which is good. Unload it off onto here. And then that does its job. Cobalt, gravel, iron, nickel, I'll take it all. We will take it. We will give more resources to the assembler. Nice. So 700. We can't even carry that many. That's impressive. I just throw all those plates on there. Hey, it's getting a little bit more built. Alright. All of the more plates, the more the better, probably. $860. Man, we're increasing our production, but also our needs have increased. Let's combine all the things that are similar so that we're not staring at a crazy mess. We don't have that many resources right now. We are gonna need to go mining a lot. 20 large steel tubes, 10 motors. Do we have that stuff though? Honestly. That is what we want to check first. We have a motor. We don't have any large steel tubes. Computers I know we needed. Maybe some small steel tubes, maybe some construction components. Display maybe. Interior plate maybe. Let's see. It's absolutely massive. Metal grid, steel plates, large steel tube motor. Oh, okay. Cool. Production. We want 10 motors, 20 large steel tubes, and those plates that we don't have yet, and metal grids, which we can make metal grids. Let's just cobalt. Wait, how many plates? Yeah, the plates we have queued up should be enough. So we just needed the... I don't have memory apparently. What do we need? Oh yeah, grids. 20. Oh. Apparently we can't make those right now, but eventually we shall. With... Wait, what was it saying we were missing specifically? Nickel and iron. So we do need stone to get nickel. We don't need too much more nickel though. We mostly need iron. So we're gonna go on another mining trip. I'm actually gonna increase the speed of this thing because that was painfully slow last time. The wheels. Strength, friction, probably less friction, probably more strength. No, we want a lot of friction because then we're actually gonna have traction. I'm just trying to turn very slowly here because I don't like turning at fast speeds. Okay, so our max speed is still about 7 meters, 8 meters per second. Does it slowly increase? No, it's about almost 8. Let's make this thing faster again. Speed limit should be about 28, so if we do reduce the friction, we do increase the power and strength. It is slightly faster. You like it. Now, I think this is the waypoint we're supposed to be going to, but I'm not 100% certain. What does it say over there? Two signals. Iron and cobalt are in this direction. That's just the stone mine. And over there is our good old enemy. The expedition base. We will take that out eventually. Out to a nice dinner. Wait, don't fall in the hole. Please, I beg of you. Okay. Gonna sort of do this, where we're sort of backed up. Friction. I wonder if friction is our issue here. We decreased it to start moving. Why? Why are you like this right now? Height offset, strength, power. Set them down again? Is it just the angle that we're at? Is that it? Okay, cool. Yeah, I guess it was just the angle that we were on the mountain at. Cool. Alright. I trust that. Definitely not gonna roll down the hill and die.
Inventory full.
What? We have a ton of components on us, don't we? No. No, we have a full inventory right now. Why? Why did we do this to ourselves? Okay. Let's chuck it all in there. Why do we still have stone, too? Oh, I picked some up from down there. Okay. Well, let's get down to iron. I'm gonna fill my inventory with stone, right? And then I'm just gonna fast mine down to the iron. We're gonna do this one stone trip because we do need some silicone from the stone. But we need a lot of iron too, so we want to bring pure iron back with us. Yeah, it's that red stuff. Cool. Can I grab that little stone piece?
Inventory full.
Ah. Best tunnel. Sneaky tunnel. Alright. Just leave the stone here. And then off we go again. Take that little bit of stone while we're here, why not? And then pure iron. This is what we want.
Inventory full.
Wow, we're full. We're already full. Getting out of here is a real challenge, isn't it? Alright. Tons of iron. Some stone. Let's go back. Probably 2 more trips is what we're going to be able to carry with us. I would really like to have more storage, but this is what we have made right now. It will improve everything in the future.
Inventory full.
Ah, I can't even see which way's out. For some reason, once I hit the iron, it's just like trying to rotate endlessly, trying to figure out where the exit is. And if my flying around gives you motion sickness, you should comment motion sickness down below. Just let me know that I have to be a little bit less crazy about flying around.
Inventory full. Inventory
Yep.
full.
We are not going to be able to pick that up. We're just going to have to go with what we've got. Actually, we might be able to pick it up. There's another little, I guess, design flaw, but something that we can still use, which is the fact that the whole control center here actually has storage too. It's not rolling down the hill yet. Okay. So we are going to completely fill this for this trip, because I don't want to leave those little stones down there and just waste material. This thing, it's the heaviest that it's ever been, probably. Unless cobalt's heavier than this iron. You know? Could be a possibility. But we are going back. We're not booking it or anything. I wonder why that is. Our power situation is going up, I think. Because I can hold forward for 4 hours, apparently, without this thing running out of power. I guess it changes. On the uphills, it's like 2 hours worth of power. On the downhills, it's like 4. Well, that's still... I mean, if we can drive for 4 hours, that's saying a lot. Especially when we're this weighed down. Yeah, I think a future mining ship, I'd almost want the ice storage and mineral storage to be separated. But I mean, having everything together is probably better, more versatile. Because then, if I really needed to just transport a bunch of ice, I could, you know? And it wouldn't get in the way of anything. So I think free movement is better. A lot better. Just having one space to store things and making it large. Definitely the most versatile way to go. Probably just not as organized as I would hope. There we go. That's probably going to stop at some point. But what we do need to do is steal all your iron. Bit by bit. We'll run it in the refinery. Which is probably still not done with cobalt. Nope. Not a chance. Not a shot. Alright, so a bunch of... We can't grab what's up there through here, because they're not connected. Which is why we weren't using that storage before, because it's not connected to everything else. Not the most convenient thing, but it's the way we set things up. Alright, grab the iron. Okay, that's empty, which is good. Now hop out of here, go around to the back trunk. Steal some stone, I guess. We still have iron over there, though. Okay. So that's the last materials that we need. Some stone, some iron. It's not full, is it? I guess it might be. Yeah, it's full. Wow. Nice. Well, not really, because I can't really do this as fast anymore, but nice. I'll just take all this, put it in here while I'm sort of waiting for the refinery level to go down. Suppose is how you'd say that. Put all that iron in there, which is definitely gonna help out. Man, we're just gonna create so many plates again. Yep, so that's going down again. We'll grab the rest of our resources, try to plop them in there. One more trip after this, and then we can grab all the components out of there too. That's another thing that really limited our mining. Had those components in the back that whole time. And since it's so slow, we want that cobalt to run last. We want everything else to process first. Okay, we got all that out of there. We can't grab all of our components yet, but we can at least start the transfer of components. Stop all that iron in there. Did I put... No. Make sure I didn't throw interior plates on there. Would not have been the best thing to do. I've done a ton of flying around, so I'm gonna need to replenish that bottle. Hydrogen bottle in a sec. Yeah. Yep. But at least we unloaded that. We have our steel plates, which is nice. Not as many as we need, but it's still nice. Nice to have. I think irons are still our limiting factor here. But this old grinder, wondering if I can grind that down. No? Okay. Might be an advanced miner then. Or maybe an advanced assembler thing. Take it apart. That might be how that works. Because if I go over here to disassembling, I can probably take apart a Mark 1 grinder. Yeah. That worked. I don't think it gave us too much, but that worked. Yeah, we didn't make any more materials off of that. Interesting. I can make data pads, which I guess is our currency, maybe? Not sure. Because our currency looks like that. We could make an advanced welder. We can make a gun. That actually costs almost no materials. Platinum and silver. Interesting. So I guess the fancy... Ooh. Sorry if that caused any inconvenience. I have no idea what just happened there. But the fancy stuff requires a lot of fancier ingots. An oxygen bottle. So if we can't just like breathe out in the environment, because this is Earth, we can breathe. But if we can't, we're gonna need oxygen production and oxygen bottles. So that's fun. But yeah, iron is definitely our limiter here. So let's see, make sure that refinery doesn't have any left, and then go on another mission. Because we are always going to need iron, apparently. So yeah, it's just cranking out cobalt here. So we need more iron. And that is where the rover comes in. We have materials on us, though. Man, how did I miss that? What's going on here? What? Guess I can't access it from that side anymore. Interesting. Yeah, just give it all that iron. Maybe it's actually starting to make more stuff. That was 2,000 iron. So we still need some nickel ingots for some of the grids, but we might have enough grids too. Nice. Nice. So we need metal grids and steel plates. Not a bad problem to have. It's functional now. That's huge. Literally and, you know, figuratively huge. I guess that's how you would say, like, call something figuratively. I will take that, thank you, and I will officially make it 100% functional. Now this thing can do our refining for us. So my theory is that the cobalt is actually going to run so quickly. Okay, we can only pick a little bit up at a time, but that's okay. So normally this would take like centuries. I think it still might. Okay. It's like it gets rid of 10 of it every like 3 seconds. I'd say this is like half as fast. This big refinery probably has like double speed or something compared to... Oh, I don't want to take it. I want to give the cobalt. That refinery, yes. Okay, we built a basic refinery and a basic assembler over here. But now we have the real assembler attached to the real refinery. So these things are just much better. They'll be able to make more complicated things, store more items. It's amazing. We like that so much. Okay. Another huge step is making the second assembler, yes, but we want to add a storage off of probably this refinery. But another huge thing that we can go ahead and do is just delete this for all of its parts, because we will never be using it ever again. Now certain that we probably didn't get every single part back. But that's probably a lot of parts. Regardless, you know? And once we build our big storage, I think we can even ditch this, right? Because our hydrogen production's on a rover. And now I'm just using it for extra like little storage stuff. So I mean, even that, you know. Right, you don't even have ice. You're not even good for refilling my bottle. But you can recharge my suit. That's another thing that I have to replace the job of. I have to figure out what I have to build on my base that'll help me recharge my suit. But it is time to actually, do we have enough resources to continue production? Because I'm not certain that we don't have what we need. You know what I'm saying? Let me grab all of the resources. Big thing is steel plates and construction components, right? Computers? Yeah. Interior plates, probably. Steel plates, definitely. So just grab what we probably need. Slap them on here. We need more computers and construction components. Motors, displays. Well, we can do that. Displays, computers, motors. I know there's motors on there too. Construction component 13. Okay, it needs that immediately. It's being really angry about having those construction components first before it'll accept anything else. So let me go ahead and run 20 of those. Probably 30. Two displays. All we need is 2 displays. Perfect. That was quick. That's what we like to see from this club. It is complete. That's beautiful. We have big refinery that'll process all of the raw stuff in the game. There is nothing that this refinery cannot process. It might do it slowly, but it'll process everything. And then there's 2 assemblers. One of them can just disassemble stuff. You know what I'm saying? And then the other one can just assemble everything we want. Except that I don't know how to switch between... There it is. We can switch between the 2. So this one can be set to assembling things. And then if we have way too much of something, we can set this to disassemble mode. Right? Let's make them not cooperate, because I want them to be 2 separate things. Everything we want to disassemble will be queued up in here. It'll literally pull the items from anywhere that's hooked up to it. And then as long as we put our storage hooked up to this one, it'll be hooked up to the entire system, which is what we like to see. And then there's power. We're doing really good on power. We're still generating a ton. That is just renewable power right there. We love to see it. Unknown signal's kind of far away. It's not extremely convenient to try to go get it. But what resources do we really need? We do have a lot of cobalts. So I'd say we probably need a ton of iron, and then we can actually build all those plates on our base. Oh, but we need whatever the storage, the large storage bin is gonna need. And then we also want to make a connector for our rover and one for the base, so they can just drain the resources automatically. We also want to make a big rover, so we might want to do the connector thing later, once we know how tall our next rover is going to be. Yeah. So it's a lot to think about, but it'll get it figured. For now, I think we're just going to grab a ton of iron, because we're definitely going to need it at some point. Probably not immediately, but at some point. But this is like the first time in the game where we don't necessarily... we're not hurting for a particular resource, if that makes sense. That's the cobalt marker. That was the iron marker. Where's the hole? Oh, there it is. Like a slight warping in the ice. Sir? Sir? Oh, look, 2 bars. It's got more energy on it. But, sir? Please? Halt? Halt? Do I need to turn you? So that you don't slide down the hill? No, you're still sliding. Okay. Interesting. Perfect. I'm definitely gonna need to figure out what in the world to do with you. Maybe more wheels would fix that issue. But honestly, I have no clue. Stone's not bad to have. Iron's not bad to have. We're just gonna take it all. We're gonna completely fill up. And our storages are just gonna be really happy. Ooh, that's what I really want to do next too. Kind of automate some stone mining, probably. I mean, I wouldn't mind going out for cobalt, you know. But automate stone and maybe ice mining. That way everything will just be really happy without us having to lift a finger. And we can actually like think things out. No. No, I brought components with me. Come on. Okay. Also another thing I have to do constantly. Oh, and I can make a weapon too. See, I just forget everything that I can do. And then it just makes me happy later on that I actually can do things. Alright. So components are out of our inventory, but we're still gonna fill up on iron so quickly. Because apparently there's just a lot of iron down there. A little bit of stone, a lot of iron. That's what we like to see. I feel like this is like faster and more realistic at the same time in Minecraft. But also you have a little bit of X-ray with certain blocks. I don't know. It's crazy. I love it though. Because like you also can't make vehicles in Minecraft, you know? It's a lot more just realistic. I love the feel of this game. There are some DLCs too, and I think mostly they like increase what you can do aesthetic wise, make everything look really nice. Considered getting those, but I'm kind of broke. So not gonna do that. Not yet. If I ever have extra money lying around, I'd probably do it. Maybe. So we're getting fuller. We're over halfway full because one of our containers is full now. And there's not so much ice in our inventory now too, because it's processing the ice, which we like to see. Honestly, this whole episode has just been stuff that we like to see. Everything is going right this time. You know? I was looking for a really old iron thing that I'd mined above the ground earlier, just seeing if there was anything left over. And we found a whole new node. Just amazing. Now I know this thing isn't full, but I'm gonna go ahead and drive it back anyways. That's the stone mine, and then that's our base. I want to fix a lot of issues with this vehicle, but I feel like I have to build a whole new vehicle to do that. And I'll probably just keep this around. Because I kind of like this thing. I don't know why I do, but I just do. Something about this little buggy, it's just so functional and satisfying. I think I'd have to increase its a little bit of armoring, maybe make it look nice. It doesn't have everything going for it, but it works pretty well. Old, reliable. Not quick, not strong, can't attack anything, but at least it's old, reliable. I think the next vehicle we build is gonna be able to hold a lot more. It's probably gonna be able to shoot things too, which might draw some enemies to us. So if we're gonna make something that can shoot, we have to make it really good. Because if you recall from our first episode, we had a ship that had one small gun on it. And they came after it and they destroyed it. So if your vessel has the capability to fight, it better be able to do it well, I guess. I guess X just means that you get to jump. That's pretty nuts. I kind of I kind of enjoy that. It's kind of dangerous, especially if you hold the button down for too long. But that's it's pretty cool. I feel like I built this thing to make it look like it had weapons on it, but it just, in reality, it just doesn't. So all I have to do is just plop this stuff in the refinery. Boop. Boop, preferably before the cobalt, or else it'll never get processed. Because during that whole mining trip, it only processed 1,000 of it, and there's 5,000 left. Tank. Just a hole. Wait. Wait. Oh no. Oh, we caused issues. We have problems. We have big problems right now. Oh no. 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 So this battery is the only power we have right now. Because I was not the smartest tool in the shed, and I deleted the thing that was connecting our turbines to all the processing. And man, it's actually floating too, because it considers itself a station. Oh no. So I think we're gonna have to build connectors or a hinge or something. Honestly, could I just build a block? Could you just be happy with the block? That would be fantastic for me, in particular. You know? Production. We're gonna go to the main assembler. We're gonna queue up a. It needs more nickel. A stone should be able to help it though. Steel plates. We probably have steel plates laying around. Hold on. Oof. Let me just. Okay, yeah, we had a ton. Now, if I built this here, I don't think that connects us. I don't think so. Current input? Current output? Huh. Does it have an input? 470? If I delete this. Current input 0. Oh, so we did fix our problem. Not with a heavy armor block. That just way too much resources for the moment. Clean all this up. Make it look a little bit better. Now, are we attached? We appear to be attached. Fully recharged in -3 hours? That's probably a bug. Probably it means to say 3 hours. But who knows? silicone. The other interesting thing about this is it'll be able to pull stuff whenever it needs it, which is pretty nice. Like, if the assemblers ever need a material, it will look everywhere else in the system and it'll just try to take it. Which is why just hooking the refinery up to the assembler is a really good idea. We do have a lot of steel plates, which is good. Actually, I want to just start building the base before some of these blocks become completely obscured by other ones. It's like 13 steel plates per block. And these are 25, which makes sense because they're not half blocks. The most challenging part is probably going to be up here. So I'm going to try to build it all in one fell swoop. While I still have plates on me. So the benefit of doing this is it looks a little bit nicer, and if we ever do get attacked, it'll actually be able to take a few hits. Wow, we need a lot more steel plates. Did I take all of them? I believe I did. Yes. So let me just drop everything in there for now. We don't have the huge storage going on yet, so that's kind of just where I leave everything. And then production of the assembling assembler. We're just gonna tell it to make 10 more steel plates. It doesn't have quite enough iron for that, but I mean, still quite a few plates. It's respectable. And I think the refinery is just working on cobalt right now. Yeah. Because I got through everything else. Which means this might be all of the iron we have right now. Sometimes the number is a little misleading because it hasn't pulled all the resources yet. It's hard to tell sometimes. Oh, I wanted to drop down a little bit, not free fall to my death. I haven't died in a little while. That's good. I enjoy not dying. Yeah, we don't have enough for this one. Not yet. Good thing about building this tower first, I won't have to fly later. So just flying while I have a fair amount of steel plates on me, it's just a great idea. Wow, this tower's a lot taller than I expected. But yeah, we are starting to construct stuff. We just need a ton of iron. Now what I also want to do here is I want to start taking a look at what the big storage is gonna require out of us. Because that's a big boy. 16 interior plates, we've got that. We don't have the 300 at the bottom. 300 interior plates. But honestly, this looks like all stuff that we've made in the past, and we shouldn't have too much problem making in the future, as long as we get a lot of iron. And maybe some stone. But that doesn't look bad at all. And that'll be able to store a ton of items. Wait. I'm dumb. I haven't even transferred everything yet. What was I doing thinking I didn't have enough iron? I still don't know what I'm doing. Apparently I was trying to steal all the cobalts. Not a good idea. Okay, so we have one really huge issue. And it's been a little bit more inconvenient during this run than it's worth. Which is my own inventory size. Now, I am going to opt that I am going to significantly increase my own inventory size, but only after I successfully build the large storage container for the base and hook it up. I have some mods lined up for like stronger weapons and stuff in this game, but I don't want to feel like I'm cheating, you know? I want to feel like I accomplish a goal and then I earn the right to use the high-tech weapon that's not normally in the base game, you know? I never want to feel like, or I never want it to seem to you guys that I'm just going to cheat my way through and I'm not going to struggle at all. And I'm just going to give myself all the overpowered stuff from the beginning. No. We may be using mods, but we will still suffer. But after inserting all that iron into our system, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna queue up more plates because we need a ton more plates than I was thinking. That's a good sound off in the distance there. Honestly, let's just queue up 700 plates. And I'm gonna get even more plates from that. Because why not? Alright. Hopefully our hydrogen bottle doesn't fail us now. Still looks full. No, don't you do the rolling thing. This is why I don't opt to come get you guys very frequently. Because you just decide that you can roll down the hill whenever you want and give me rainbow boots. That's a medium cargo container. That's fancy. Doesn't have a ton in it, but that's stuff that we were gonna build anyways. And my grinder's upgraded. So now this thing is just not a match for me. Is that oh, it's a parachute hatch. It's like, is that a small cargo container too? No. Just a disappointment. Back to the base. Launching myself over like I'm some sort of missile. Yes, watching it function more put together. There's just something satisfying about not having these blocks that are just cheaty.
Energy low.
The only thing that'll happen to us when our suit energy gets low is we'll just not be able to build stuff anymore. Which is okay. Oh. I will gladly take all of the wonderful components you have, and I will give you my scrap metal. So now that that's built, we can only access the system through that one built on the side of the refinery. So in a sense, we'll have to keep reaching through the refinery to talk to the assemblers. Okay, we don't have quite enough for this block. You like it? It's all coming together now. Production was the key to everything.
No energy.
Oh yeah, suit energy. Gotta go get more of it. May as well steal it from this huge battery. It's all charged up for some reason. Oh, and the light that I've had going has just been depleting my suit energy. Definitely gonna need to find a better way to get energy here, because this is sad. Okay. Dang. Instantly after building this base, my standards have just skyrocketed. Immediately called my beginning setup sad. How could I? Probably run out of plates here soon. Are we just gonna go all the way with it? I doubt it. Let me go grab more plates. I can't reach through there anymore. I gotta remember. It's slightly inconvenient, but it looks nicer, so that's what matters. Yeah, we're gonna have enough here. Now that I grabbed that 200. Yes. That is a lot better. Now it's kind of standard. Might try to find a way to paint it. Kind of experiment with that. What those buttons might look like. But yeah, we are just expanding here, making our lives a little bit easier and safer, because that's the goal in any video game, right? Alright, Cool. We have stronger tower, still with turbines. Might expand that to 5 turbines, because there's room for putting one on each side. It'll probably make it look a lot more aesthetically pleasing up there. Especially after I color everything, you know. Stick some modules on here at some point. What would those cost me? If I had modules. To sort of like upgrade the function. Here it is, the module section. Okay, so speed, of course, increases how fast it does it. Power will reduce how much power it uses. Yield is amazing. Because, oh, it requires superconductors. I'm fairly certain we need gold for that. And we haven't mined any gold yet. But yield will just give us more stuff. Like if we put stone in there, it'll give us more items per stone, or it'll give us more items per cobalt. Yield is just amazing. Just speed, power efficiency, and yield. I think we're just gonna go yield all the way for all these slots here. You can't put yield on the assemblers, so probably power efficiency. Just so it uses less energy? I don't know. Maybe we'll go speed. Having them act faster might be worth it. Still grinding through that cobalt. Decided to give us some more plates. That was pretty nice. That battery is in a very awkward spot though. Not the most thrilled about that, but I'm also not the most mad about that. Because we can probably work with it. Put like a module here, maybe make another battery here. Fill that space up nicely, you know? Maybe that was my plan all along. I have no idea. Everything can still fit in here, which is nice. Do I have anything that's not stacking correctly? No. Well, that's good. That is very, very good. All right. Yeah, I think our next step is probably to put the big boy in here. He is going to need a lot of interior plates to get him started off. But I kind of like how this side of the refinery looks. And I definitely don't want to occupy the space that the modules are going to take up. So let's build some conveyors first. That's an assembler. There it is. Interior plates all the way. A sorter might be nice. Junctions would also be nice. I'm probably just gonna go junctions. Junctions and maybe a sorter. So that items will go through the system in a specific way. But we shall see about that. Just gonna steal all of the interior plates basically. Not gonna need that. Motors, construction components. Probably gonna need those. 6. Make it look nice. apparently that's our new goal here. Another conveyor. And then a sorter. Yeah, that's probably what I'll do. Is I'll put a sorter here. And I'll put a sorter here. It'll tell it what can go backwards. Just to kind of over-manage, I suppose, the entire system. So that we have all of the control. If I could ever find the sorter again. Okay. Nice. Yep, one going out, one going in. I think. One going out, one going in. I am now uncertain. Let me just make sure that everything's right. So this one's going in. This one's coming out. Okay. Now we're certain. And after we put 2 more junctions, we can definitely put our oversized cargo container. That's a beast. It is an absolute beast of a cargo container. But I like it. So the cargo container is not going to do anything for us before these are built. We need a lot more construction components. And small steel tubes, I actually have a lot of those. I'm glad I need those for something. Because I definitely overbuilt on those. But we do need to queue up some of our construction components, especially before we lose sight of it. Sight of our system. Assembling. Just make a ton. Just go for it. You know? Not a specific amount that I want. Just everything that you got. Oh, there is a specific amount I want. I want like 300 later too. There we go. Just go overboard on it. That should be what we need. What's our iron looking like? We still have 3.7 thousand right there. And this is saying we only have 32, but we have a ton. You know, it's lying to us, like it usually does. I will gladly take all of that, but apparently I can't hold all of it, so that's fine. Because we can finish this junction. Oh, but this is sideways and this is right side up. It's okay. We tried in our hearts. I can access through this, right? It's 100%. So I can access its inventory, right? No? No. I guess not. Huh. That's a fun problem to have. We're gonna have to build that last then. Because we need in. We need to be able to get in. Because our entire assembly line is back there. And we cannot get into it otherwise. Cobalt's still cranking. We got construction components out the wazoo. Sorters. What do we need for sorters? A lot of construction components. Some computers too. Let me grab 20 of those. Or extra, actually, because we need at least 40, since there's 2 sorters. Thank you. But we still need all of those construction components that are just 200. That's what we like to see. I have a feeling I need more small steel tubes too, because it said that one needed 50. Yeah, 12 out of 50 here. I'm gonna queue up probably 100, because why not? Thank you. We'll definitely be able to make this with that. Okay, got the 2 different directions for this order. We need more tubes, we need a motor. Interesting, we ran out of motors. This one needs motors too. So 30 motors. You have no more nickel ingots. How dare you? Dare you betray me this way? Okay. Yeah, we need a lot more stone. Or a nickel deposit. But probably a lot more stone. Unless... I would say we could try... unknown signal. That's always a good thing. Especially when we need more components. Display... computers... radio component, detector component. These are things that we might not actually need. So just hear me out here. What if I destroyed some of them? You know? Radio component and a detector component. Probably don't need those. So we're gonna tell assembler 2 to look for radio, detector, and display, and we're gonna give all those things to the system. Take it? Oh, you want it down here. Right. Because you're crazy. And a display. Power kits. I don't think we need power kits. I don't know if I can destroy them. Canvas. Power kit. Is that a thing? We don't have blocks. Reactor component. Superconductor does require gold. So we're gonna need to go gold mining. And stone mining, which you could probably do on one trip. We just wouldn't have a huge amount of either. Gravity, Curter, explosive. Why does power kit not exist? Why? You know, it seems like a consumable. What else do I have? Small steel tube, I need those. Construction components. Power cells, metal grids. Power cells and metal grids I might not need for a little bit. So assembler 2. I'm gonna go for the 6 power cells and 3 metal grids. So even if I put it in this assembler, it would steal it. Will it actually? Hold on. Because it didn't before. That's weird. Reduction. Interesting. Nice. Okay. So the regular assembler just has these 8 motors, which I will gladly take for now, although I will need more. Interior plates. Did I really somehow not have enough interior plates? I guess I just ran out. You know what that means. We are gonna go overboard on interior plates. Which also uses nickel. No, it doesn't. Motors use nickel. No, it just uses some iron, which is not terrible because it doesn't look like it uses as much iron as the steel plates. Interior plates are cheap. Steel plates are thick. I guess the steel plate's more like resistant to like attacks. Interior plates are just like building conveyors and more of the production type buildings. But that is another piece of the puzzle complete. What I want to do now is I want to queue up everything that I need. 24 metal grids. Okay, hold on. Yeah, I'm gonna need a lot of nickel. I've stolen everything. That's amazing. Don't really have to worry too much about that anymore then. Construction components. Okay, what is stopping my interior plates are stopping my progression? But that's okay, we can fix some of that issue. Little by little. Probably queue up another 100 of them. And then just keep taking them, slapping them on. Because we want to throw everything onto this thing that we possibly can. And then we get to queue up everything we're missing.
Energy low.
Suit energy low. But that's fine. Construction components. Tubes, motors, displays. We did need a display. Interesting. Interior plates. Yeah, we still didn't have enough interior plates, but I think with what's queued up now, yeah, there's enough interior plates now. So we'll finish that off. Psych. We'll put this into assembler 2. everything that we aren't currently using. Did we still need construction components? No. So since they're not important to what we're currently doing, I think I'm just gonna disassemble all of that. That sounds like the logical thing to me. Because then we get all of our materials back. And I have to queue up display, bunch of motors, bunch of small steel tubes. So I'm gonna go for the 38 small steel tubes, 24 metal grids first. Perfect. Small steel tube 38. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Display. I know there's a lot of things that I should be remembering, but I'm just not remembering. 19 more motors. I think we have those all queued up. We just need the 24 metal grids queued up. Did it not require superconductors? That's odd. I thought it did. It's just the holdup here is just nickel ingots. I think we needed 19 motors.
Energy critical.
19. So now we're more in a spot where we can just, like, I guess, micromanage what items we actually have built. So that we're also always, like, building to the next project and not keeping random stuff around that we don't need. We are gonna need that last conveyor sorter though. We're just gonna need nickel. Because there's no superconductors on this. What did I think I needed superconductors for? I have no idea. So yeah, we just need stone. I think we're gonna go on one more stone mining trip. Fill this thing up. And then we shall end off for the day. There we go. Probably the smoothest turn I've done yet. Going halfway to the target backwards. All right. Let's see. We basically want the stone. Let me look at what we have though. Ice. That's good. We just want ice. That's good. We're finally empty of the ice in the containers. So we can just fill up on stone. One of the things I want to build next is a connector. I just don't know if I want to do that yet for this vehicle. Because I'm going to have to put the connector at a certain height. I just don't know. Suppose I could try to do something that moves. Hold on. Oh yeah, the iron hole is right up there. I didn't realize there were 2 markers at him. At some point, I'm going to try to find the exact location of that cobalt hole. But at the same time, I don't really need to right now. Because I filled up on a lot of cobalt last time I went. That was a really good trip. So this is iron. We need nickel, which comes from the stone around. Getting iron wouldn't be bad, but we're mostly here for the stone. Gotta say. Guess I just figured we'd come down here just so. I guess we were expanding this mine. Making it a little bit bigger. Yeah, because there's certain parts of this where I just can't even. But it's multiple objectives at once. Iron, stone. We go down for more. I have not forgotten about my arch nemesis, though. I'm not talking about the red marker. It's that one bit of stone at that other stone site. Oh my goodness. Oh, my dampeners are off. That's why my things are going nuts. So if you don't know, the dampeners are what kind of keeps you floating in one specific spot if you're not actively trying to go a direction. So if I was trying to fly and I wasn't trying to move at all, I was just trying to hover in place, I'd want my dampeners on. Because then that would make it a lot easier for me to stay put. Because it just applies.
Inventory full.
It basically just like counteracts gravity for you. That's like a third of my health. But I didn't have my dampeners on, so I had no idea why. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Wait a second. I don't know why you're doing this, but don't. I'm glad this thing doesn't move fast, honestly, because I don't want to lose it. There you go. Down for more stone. Just make the tunnel work. Because we want all of the stone. Yeah, also want to make this a lot easier later on as an iron mine.
Inventory full.
As many birds as we can kill with one stone, we will. Perfect, perfect. Got one full. We're still at a little bit of a grindy stage, but I'll be able to automate a lot of this stuff later. I always say that like every episode. But hey, some of it is getting automated. You know? Our base is looking a lot better. There we go. Just love the jittery camera.
Inventory full.
How did I... Okay, there's the dampeners. It's like, how did I turn them off again? But we drop the stone, and we go for more. Yeah, having that increased inventory size is just going to enable me to pick up a lot of stuff per trip. Be a lot better. Just like the primary reason that I want to do that, increase my inventory size, because I know you guys don't just want to watch me fly in and out of a hole over and over. If I was able to pick up a ton more stone per trip, this would take like... It would be like 5 times faster, maybe. You know? Instead, you're watching this.
Inventory full.
And then you get to hear that lovely sound as my inventory screams at me that it's full. That's pretty good. We're not gonna mine anymore. We're just gonna collect the rocks and then get out of Dodge. Hopefully this will give us plenty of nickel.
Inventory full.
Get in here. Use this extra little inventory slot. And grab the last little bit of stone so we're not being wasteful. My health did regenerate a tiny bit. I have no idea why. Probably because I was inside here for a moment. But I still don't know why. Maybe 70 is like the maximum it can regenerate to. I think I've talked about this before, but I thought it was much lower. I thought it was like 30 or something. I guess I had it backwards. And now we are full of stone. All right. Our base looks a lot better. It's an actual tower now. I definitely need to make a faster vehicle. Because this is not going to work forever. Not like this. This is also a small grid vehicle. And what I really want to do is make a large grid one. Just absolutely massive. almost want like a mobile mining platform, but that is going to be very difficult to accomplish. There we go. Now we begin the process, throwing the stone into the refinery. Cobalt's almost whittled down though. Let's get all the difficult stone from the cockpit before we forget about it. But less than... Make me making a whole extra trip for less than 1 stone. Come on. That is not it. It's absolutely not it. Okay. Now I get to grab the rest of this. Like that didn't happen. Stone processes really quickly though. So I'm not too worried about getting like a speed upgrade on that refinery. I just really want the yield so I don't have to go mining as much. Get the absolute maximum out of every resource, you know? Especially the rarer stuff down the line. Stuff that I won't be able to pick up too often. Man, this is going to be so much better once I get that connector. But again, I want to build a big rover for that. Now that I've successfully built one, I feel a little bit better about trying to build a bigger one. I guess that and the limited resources is why I didn't do that in the first place. And if you're curious about these sorters too, I'm going to be able to program those so that I can control what's being stored and what's being taken out. Don't exactly know what I'm going to tell it to do yet. But all I know is that I'm going to want that either now or down the line. But we are almost done here. Just one more trip after this for 124 stone. At least we got a really good amount. Yeah, that was probably like 15,000 stone right there. We might actually be able to finish this before the stream's over today. Just need more nickel. Huh. Yeah, it's just those motors left. Huh. What do these require? These required motors too. Huh. What do I have over here? This is my storage. But he uses 4 motors. You don't use any motors. You probably use motors though. Survival kit. Okay. So that's another issue. 4 motors. Basically what I'm looking at is what can I destroy? What can I just rip apart? In order to stick onto here. I need 10 more. 10 more motors. Power cell. I can break that apart. Easy. Honestly, all this stuff. And just tear it apart. I'll give it some more resources. So you go back, check on assembler 1, and made another one. There's just not enough resources there. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna chop up this as well. A medium cargo container. We have 5 motors. We still need just a little bit more. Computers, a display, some interior plates. Gonna chop all that up. It's not happy enough to give me another one yet. And this has already done all it's gonna do with nickel. So I still just need 5 more. Where can I pull those from? The antenna? I really don't want the antenna to go. There are 20 power cells on this battery. There's a beacon. I don't need the generator, do I? Or the cargo container, honestly. There's nothing in here. Yeah, you haven't been functional for a while, honestly. And the conveyors. What do I need now? Nothing? Nothing. I need nothing now. It's sideways, isn't it? No. No, how dare you be sideways? I'm not gonna worry about it. But you know what that means. I'm gonna finally give myself a significantly bigger inventory space once I build this part, which is gonna require another 6 motors. I want to finish this episode so that I can give it to myself before the next episode, so I can just boot straight into the world. Let's see here. I'm just gonna drop all these resources. I got 2. 2 motors. Computers, display, interior plates. Let's put the power cells. No, I can't. They don't even go in there. Interesting. Okay. And then just destroy it all. Let's see what kind of resources we can get off of that. Because I still need this to make me more motors. Which I guess just isn't gonna happen. Very interesting. Oh, it's looking so sad now. It's just a battery and a signal. It's so sad. But this is my survival kit. Does it have anything in it? No. Okay. We're gonna keep this here because it's the only thing in the game right now that can heal me. And it still has power. And I just need more motors. Which means more nickel, which means I gotta go mine more stone. Which is very sad. I did not want to have to go mine stone today. Oh, that's another issue. If I constrain what can move through, then I'm not going to be able to pull certain items out at all. So that's a completely separate issue. I think we're going to have to play with how I'm going to try to set this up. But yeah. That's close. I'm going to chop that up, and I'm going to get motors from it. I know this for certain. Come here, friend. Wait. Okay, that's 2,000 out. Shoots me when I'm within the range of 1,000. Oh, that's an interesting little design. Can I go ahead and tap your button? Thank you. Badger boots. Interesting. Very aggressive about attacking it in the middle of here. It will have its resources. Will I be able to carry them? Yeah. What would it have had on it that would have required motors? Probably the little storage bin. I don't know. Most of this is probably just going to be straight iron. Probably not a whole lot of nickel here. But we go back with our haul and we see what it's worth. I'll fill up the rest with stone while I'm out here. Oh, that hurts. That's why we keep our little respawn pod. So the hurt goes away. Probably gonna regret making all these random holes in the world later when I'm driving stuff around. But it's okay, we can leave those regrets for later. There we go. Now we're getting healthy. Almost. And we'll throw the scrap in there, and the stone. And we'll put that in line first. Gives a little bit of nickel. I think we need so much of it though. gosh. It's like I'm so close. I'm close enough to not end the stream right now. But I'm also so far away. Feels like I need to do a whole nother stone mining trip. Which I don't want to do. Not at the moment. Because I want to end the stream soon. It's been a very long one. Just casually forgetting everything about how I set this up. Does it give us whatever Nico was going to give us? It already gave us. But we have enough. We have 6. Which means... Oh, right. I need all the other things. Why did I... I'm so smart. Hold on. Okay. So... we want to assemble a block, right? We want to assemble... a large block. I'm going to do a conveyor junction. Conveyor sorter junction. So we'll make all the items except for the motors. Okay. Yeah. It knows what to do. It's a smart little machine. In the future, I think we're gonna take more advantage of that feature so that we build exactly what we need without really having to look. And that is perfect. We have it hooked up. Our large storage container can now give and take items, whichever items that we specify. Right now it's set to blacklist nothing. This one also should be set to blacklist nothing. So right now they're not doing anything. They're not preventing any items from leaving or entering. But later on we could change that. But this is it. This is our setup. Which means I will be expanding my inventory. And we will be able to mine stone a lot faster by hand. But one of my next projects is also going to be that I want to automate mining. We'll probably make this like our mining hole, like our quarry. Wondering if I can just take this tree down. I don't like it here. I guess it doesn't exist, but it still does. So that's a wonderful question. All right, well, oh, it's... I don't know what to say about that. I guess I just slowly killed it. And then it just evaporated. All right, well, that's a wonderful place to leave off here. Everything's looking really good. I'm gonna try to, number one, condense that and put it on our platform somewhere. I will also probably try to make walls, which is gonna require tons of iron. This rover might get replaced with a new one. I still need to name this little sucker. I love this thing though, and I'm definitely going to keep it around. I love it. Notice how when I was disassembling things to try to put on here, this thing wasn't even a thought, because this is just one of my favorite things. I'm gonna have to make it look a little bit better, and I'm gonna have to learn how to use the paint tool, because right now we're just basically using. No, don't you dare go anywhere. Your buggy physics engine. But yeah, I love this thing. Gonna have to make it a little bit better. Gonna have to make this a little bit better, but we are moving and we are grooving. Things are getting a lot more advanced, and hopefully we will be able to continue the progress. But that is going to be it for today. And I hope that you join me for my next stream. All right. You have a wonderful rest of your day. And now I'm going to roll the credits. I think one of these times I forgot to roll the credits entirely. Not a good day, but today is a great day. So yeah, I hope to see you guys in my next video. And you have a wonderful day.